Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. So, okay, today we are going to discuss from sloka number 22. So, 33rd chapter of the 10th canto, that is the last chapter in Rasa panchadhyayi. The name is Rasa Dance. Name is Rasa Dance. That is the name. Huh? We have total, how many? 39. So 17 slokas are there, 18. Taviryutasramamapohitumanga sangha Drishtasrajasa kucha kunkuma ranjitaya Gandharva palibir anudruta vishaddha Shanto gaji Shanto gaji bharidiva bhinna setu Shanto gaji bharidiva bhinna setu. Translation: Lord Krishna's garland had been crushed during his conjugal dalliance with the gopis and colored vermilion by the kunkuma powder on their breasts. To dispel the fatigue of gopis, Krishna entered the water of the Yamuna, followed swiftly by bees who were singing like the best of the Gandharvas. He appeared like a lordly elephant entering the water to relax in the company of his consorts. Indeed, the Lord had transgressed all worldly and Vedic morality just as a powerful elephant might break the dikes in a paddy field. So then after that, so they completed their rasa. So all the gopis came out from the various bushes, kunjas, and they started singing. That singing is indicating that rasa is finished. So then after that, they all tired and lot of sweating was there. and also Lord's garland is also in between of those two, so it became so crushed, and also whole the body of the Lord is smeared with the kunkuma which is on the breast of the gopis is 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 sticking to the body of the Lord, and so that's why they want to come out from this tiredness. So they entered into Yamuna. So it is looking like a male elephant when it enter into a lake along with his female companions. The same way the Supreme Lord, when he entered with the gopis, it is looking like that. This whole river is flowing like that. Like sometimes if you are seeing this some what is that dikes in a paddy field, so dikes, maybe a heavy flow of the water can be broken. Same way, when Lord is entering into this Yamuna, so it is looking like that. So water is going up, and it is about to break the boundaries of that Yamuna. So like that, it is resembling. ततश्च रासोत्सवस्य अवभृता स्नानम इव जल viharamaha. So after finishing of Rasotsav, so they are entering into, they are going for the bath. So that's why Jala Viharam. That Jala Viharam is said in this. So all the just Visheshnas which are there in this sloka are expanded in this. So nothing much is there to discuss here in this commentary. So okay, we will go to the next sloka, that is 23rd. सोम्बस्यलं युवतिभिः परिषिच्यमान प्रेम्णोक्षितः प्रहसतिभिरतस्ततोऽङ्ग वैमानिकैः कुसुमवर्षिभिरीड्यमानो रेमे स्वयं स्वरतिरत्र गजेन्द्रलीलः. Translation: My dear king, in the water Krishna found himself being splashed on all sides by the laughing gopis, who looked at him with love, as the demigods worshipped him by showering flowers from their airplanes. The self-satisfied Lord took pleasure in playing like the king of the elephants. So what? All the gopis, they are splashing water on him like this, and all the gopis, and also they are seeing so lovingly towards him. Saha ambasi, in water, saha yuvati parishishyamanah. Yuvati bihi, this means these gopis, they are splashing water. Premnokshitaha, and also they were glancing towards him lovingly. Prahasita bihi, that means these gopis are smiling. And also what is happening? Vaimanikaihi kusuma varshivihi idyamanaha. And also Krishna is being worshipped by these demigods. So who are showering the flowers? They are raining the flowers. from their airplanes. So like this, Lord, Supreme Lord is playing with all those gopis in that Yamuna. Premnokshitah iti cha patah. Okay. Next. Tatascha Tatascha Krishnopavane Jalasthala Prasunagandhanilajushtadiktate Chachara Brunga Pramadaganavrito Pramadagana Chachara Brunga Pramadaganavrito Yatha Madachu Yatha Madachu Dvirada Karenubihi. Translation. Then the Lord strolled through a small forest on the bank of the Yamuna. This forest was filled to its limits with breezes carrying the fragrance of all the flowers growing on the land and in the water. Followed by his entourage of beasts and beautiful women, Lord Krishna appeared like an intoxicated elephant with his she elephants. So now after that, this Rasa Leela is over, Snana Leela is over, then what? Shaina Leela is there. Now just they want to sleep because they get tired, they get bathed. Now what they will do? They will sleep. So that's why they are finding a better place for that. So they went to such a place in that forest, so which is filled with the breeze of carrying that wind is carrying such a fragrances, various fragrances of the flowers growing on the land and in the water. So there is various flowers are there which growing on the land and also which are growing on the growing in water also. Such a flowers, all those flowers, many flowers are there in that forest, and this breeze is carrying the fragrance from all of those flowers, and that place is completely filled with that kind of wind blows and breezes. So they selected that place, and because they want to sleep there, they want to take rest now. Everyone is tired. So this whole picture, how it is looking, Krishna is accompanied with all the gopis and also various bees. They are also following, and it is looking like that. This whole picture is looking like a male elephant is followed by the so many other female elephants the same way. Purport. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, it is implicit here that after playing in the water, Lord Krishna, his body massaged, and that he then dressed himself in his favorite clothing before resuming his pastime with gopis. That means what is happening? They get bathed, then after that their clothes are completely now is they are not wearing the same clothes after bathing. They entered into the water, so they take over those clothes there itself. And Vanadevata came. Vanadevata forest Devata came there, and she gave fresh new clothes to everyone. And they were wearing those. Maybe the 300 crores of pairs are there, clothes. So, and that many clothes are arranged by that Vanadevata. She is so powerful, Yogamaya. And with fresh clothes, new clothes, and which are liking for Krishna. So with those clothes, so he is now with fresh dress, he's entering the place to sleep. ततः जलविहारानन्तरं चकारेण अंगमार्जन. So jalaviharanantaram chakarena angamarjana. In this sloka you see after the Jalavihara, tatascha, cha is there. Tatascha, this chakara is indicating that. What it is indicating? It is indicating that he not only just entered into the water, but and bathed. What else happened? Anga marjana. Chakarena anga marjana vanadevatanita tada tada tadatri tadatrika वस्त्र अलंकार परिधापनानंतरम च कृष्णाया यमुनायाः उपवने परः सहस्र कुंजयुक्ते तत्र सपा स्वापलीलार्थं चचारा जगाम कीदृशः. So what is happening? That's the whole thing. So when he was bathing in the Yamuna, so after that bathing in the Yamuna, so he was given with the fresh clothes by the Vanadevata. In that Yamuna water, his body was massaged. Anga marjana. Not massage means marjanam. Marjana means just nicely clean. And Vanadevata Nita. Vanadevata brought the new clothes. Vastra alankara paridhapananantara. And he wore that clothes. Then after that, on the bank of the Yamuna, there is a small forest. There is a small forest on the Yamuna, bank of the Yamuna. So they entered into that forest. Parasahasra kunja yukte. That is also having the millions of the kunjas in that. So Krishna entered to that place. Why? Swapa Leela Artham. Snana Leela is over now. Now one more Leela is there. What is that? Swapa. Swapa Leela means Shaina Leela. Now Krishna wants to take rest. Chachara Jagama. There he went. Jalastala Varti Prasunanam Gandha Yatra Tatha Bhutaihi Anilaihi Justani Diktatani Yasya Tasmin. And not only that, Jalasthala Vartita Prasunam. So that place, that Upavana, that garden, how it is? It is carried with the various aroma. Actually, that Upavana is carried, is filled with the breezes which are carrying the aroma from the various flowers. The same thing what we have seen in the previously. That's much only. Next, 25th sloka. Evam shashankanshu virajita nisha sasatya kamo nurata balagana Shisheva atmanyavarudha saurataha Sarva sharat kavya kathara sashraya. Translation. Although the gopis were firmly attached to Lord Krishna, whose desires are always fulfilled, the Lord was not internally affected by any mundane sex desire. Still, to perform his fasts, the Lord took advantage of all those moonlit Atman nights, which inspire poetic descriptions of transcendental affairs. So, in this, we are seeing Evam Shashankamshu Virajitaha Nishaha. How many nights are there? Brahmaji's one night. That means Brahmaji's one night is equal to 1000 Mahayugas. So, and every Mahayuga is having several nights. And those many nights are merged into the one night of the Vraja. So, one night in that. That means 4 praharas is the one night. One prahara is 3 hours. 4 praharas is equal to, so 12 hours. 12 hours is the night time. So in that 4 praharas of time, Brahmaji's whole night is merged. That means that many nights of the Brahmaji came and merged, and all those nights are illuminated by the beautiful Sarat Purnima, Sarat moon. So Purnima moon, full moon. So and those nights are completely decorated with the moonlight of sun, so moon, by the moonlight. Evam Shashankamshu Virajitaha Nishaha. All those nights are decorated with the so Shashankamshu, that means rays from the moon. The soft, cool rays are decorating all those nights. Sasatya Kamaha Anu Ratabala Anuratabalaganaha Shisheve Shisheva Shisheva. What is the meaning of Shisheva? This is a Kriya actually in this. He utilized, he used Atmanyavaruddha Saurataha Sarvaha Sharat Kavya Katha Rasashraya. All those nights are very wonderful actually. There are so many fastings happened in all those nights. Thousands and millions of fastings happened. And all the kavis, so various kavis like Jayadev, like our acharyas, so many Parasar, Vyasa, Jayadeva, Leela Shuka, Govardhanacharya, Sri Rupa. There are so many acharyas. These acharyas described those pastimes. Actually, here Sukadeva Goswami just gave a glimpse of the Rasa Leela to all of you. It's not the full detail. Actually, if you start explaining, Sukadeva Goswami start explaining the full Leela, it will millions and millions of years. Also, it will not be end. So so many varieties of fastings happen, and that's why all these great sages, they explain, they see those, and they describe those. Those are all also perfect. Sharat Kavya Kathara Sashrayaha. So that's why every poet see those nights in a very different way, because all those variety of pastimes happen, and this is the best scene. Any romantic poet will take this subject matter and very nicely he can describe actually. So the romantic and Rasika. So Rasika Kavi is interested in this, in describing the Lord's pastimes happened in these nights, Sarat night, on that Sarat Purnima day. So not one night, how many millions of nights are there in that? And so many things happened actually in that. And many nights Lord enjoyed there. And that's why those are all subject matter for various poets. Those leelas are subject matter. Those nights are the subject matter for the various poets. Like Sukha, Vyasa, Parasara, Jayadeva, Govardhanacharya. Who is Govardhanacharya? I don't know. Rupa Goswami and so on. Purport: it is difficult to translate into English the word rasa, which indicates the spiritual bliss derived from one's loving relationship with Lord Krishna. That bliss is experienced in the midst of spiritual pastimes with the Lord and his devotees. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti explains that great Vaishnava poets like Vyasa, Parasara, Jayadeva, Leela Shuka, that means Billamangal Thakur, Govardhanacharya, and Srila Rupa Goswami have tried in their poetry to describe the conjugal affairs of the Lord. These descriptions are never complete. However, since the Lord's pastimes are unlimited, thus the attempt to glorify such pastimes is still going on and will go on forever. Lord Krishna arranged an extraordinary season of beautiful autumn nights to enhance his loving affairs. If you take one Sarad Purnima night and if you keep on thinking and describing, so you will be getting unlimited poetry. Unlimited poetry you can get. And that scene, that night, every night is, and that whole scene actually, Krishna with gopis, is unlimited. Rasa is there in that, unlimited subject matter is there for the any poetry. And in the ending of this chapter also, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing a Karika. In that he is saying, even whatever I described, Sukadeva Goswami gave this many 5 chapters for us to describe that Sarada Purnima night. And also in that night, whatever things happened, very few he explained. And on that, our acharyas gave the commentary. This commentary, whatever they gave, Vishwanath is saying, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, it is just a fraction actually. Whatever he commented, every sloka is having the thousands of meanings. Every scene, it can have thousands of meanings. Not one, thousands of meanings. And dhvanis means internal meanings. It is having so many internal meanings. And I am not going to do that because of fear of expansion. If we start expanding that, it will take millions of years, hundreds of millions of years, is keep on writing. That is the devotion actually. That is the absorption. That is our acharyas. Even we are in such a condition. What is and we are trying to finish in 1 month and thinking yes. And that is another problem. And acharyas are saying about this Leela, hundreds and hundreds of years even we are going to describe, there is no end. And we want to complete the syllabus. This is also good mood actually. This is very bad. Because it's a life. There's a life, and every time is okay, but not every time this kind of mood. Some places is okay. Not in all the chapters, not in all the time. Then you will be running only. Okay, no problem. So like this, we can see the commentary on this. At least we should have idea. If you get this some insight, very wonderful actually, very wonderful Falasruti is there. It's really wonderful. And he is suggesting actually why Sukadeva Goswami taught this. We'll be discussing many points that should be discussed the first day itself. Of course, I also didn't read this thoroughly, and I don't know. That's why I am studying with all of you only. But very important points he said there, and I will discuss that. Otherwise, it will become repetition in there only. Sharat Purnimasi Naktantanim Rasa Kridam Upasamharan Anyasu api ratrishu vivida vichitra pariganaya tadrisha krida tabhihi saha babhuvaha. Along with first night, there are so many nights, and in every night many leelas happen. Eva sarvaha eva yogamayayah prabhavat sheshankamshu virajitaha nishaha shisheva. Nishaha Shisheva. All these nights served Krishna and gopis. And all these nights are illuminated with the moon because of the Yogamaya, potency of the Yogamaya. So all the nights there is Sharat Purnima. Moon, full moon is there. Swavilasaihi Vrundavaniya Nishaha Sukham Aswadaya Masa. So Krishna Nishevaya means, so Krishna enjoyed all those nights. That means all the nights served Krishna. Shisheve means they. So who served? Who is the karta for the Shisheve? Nishaha Shisheva. Sah Satyakama. Yeah. Sevate actually is a akarmaka dhatu. Translation is having mistake. Okay. Nisha Shisheve, Nisha, nights served him. Actually, you should like that. All the उन रात्रियों की कौन? भगवान. भगवान रात्रि का सेवा किया क्या? मैं देखो. हाँ, देखता हूँ मैं. हाँ. No. Many came. No. It is like that one. Like you see, in the Lord's stomach, all the universe is there, entire universe. But Lord's stomach is also small. And also you see in this Vraja, 84 crores, 84 miles. So you'll be seeing all that means whole world is can fit into this. So that's why. That is due to Achintya Shakti. Due to inconceivable potency, it is happening. Due to inconceivable potency, one night is there. That's Vrindavan one night is in there. Many nights came and merged. But still that night is like that. It's not that it is changing. Or that is how it is possible in one many things. That is due to Yoga Maya. He is saying like that. It is also coming, Prabhu. परीक्षित, शरद की यह रात्रि जिसमें अनेक रात्रियां परिभूत हो गई थी बहुत ही सुंदर थी. चारों ओर चंद्रमा की बड़ी सुंदर चांदनी चटक रही थी. काव्यों के शरद ऋतु की जिन रस सामग्रियों का वर्णन मिलता है उन सभी से वह युक्त थी. उसमें भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने अपने प्रेयसी गोपियों के भाव का हृदय में ध्यान कर विहार किया. इसमें तो दिया ही नहीं यार. ठीक है. हाँ. ओके. हाँ. सो शिवधातोः कर्तृत्वेन क्रीडोपयोगिन्यः ताः निशाः परम आदरणीयत्वेन भोग्याः. These all nights are useful for the enjoyment. So, and also they are enjoyed by the Krishna, they are utilized by the Krishna. Kimuta tatratyaha kama vilasaha iti dyotitam. So there many fastimes, conjugal fastimes happened there in those nights. So that's why all those nights are enjoyed. So this day I will enjoy, you'll say. Na? So like that. So those nights are enjoyed by the Krishna. Mahaprasadat annam sevete bhaktaha itivat. Mahaprasadat annam sevate. Sevate bhaktaha. That means by devotee, Mahaprasadannam sevate. That means by devotee, sevate te. That means food is Mahaprasada of rice is enjoyed by devotee. Like that. Similarly here, Krishna enjoyed nights. Krishna, that are otherwise. So nights are enjoyed by Krishna. Krishna enjoyed nights. Our devotee enjoyed Mahaprasadannam. Like that. or Mahaprasadannam is enjoyed by the Krishna. You can take like that, by devotee. Like that you can take. Yatahate kama vilasaha na prakrutaha gneyaha ityaha. These all nights are not material nights. We should understand. These are all spiritual nights actually. So just kama vilasa, some conjugal activities happen, don't undermine that. These are all material. They are not material. Satyaha. Vastava vastu swarupaha kamya vilasaha yasya saha. So these are all very transcendental nights. They are beyond the Satyaha means they are eternal. Those all nights are also eternal. Kincha Ramanasya kartrutvam swamtam gopischa prapayamasa ityaha. So Ramana, that means whoever roaming on that night, not only Krishna, and also there is who are there, gopis also enjoyed that. Anu tada tadramana antaram rataha ramana kartaraha abalaganaha. So even these gopis are also doers of the enjoyers. They are also enjoyers. They also enjoyed. So abalapadena tatra tasam prabha vishnutva bhavo vyanjitaha. Prabha vishnutva bhavaha. So prabha vishnu means they are सहनशील नहीं है क्या? So they also enjoyed, but who is the main enjoyer? Main enjoyer is the Krishna, and these all gopis are just following that. They are not the main enjoyers actually. When they are enjoyed by the Krishna, so that they are enjoying, then they are getting enjoyment. Abala padena here abala means helpless or otherwise meek. Abala, that means without any, so bala. So that meaning here in this sloka you are seeing abala word is used for the gopis. That means it is indicating gopis are also enjoyers, but they are not the main enjoyers. They are less. They are less. How can you say? Anurata balagana. They are all secondary. They are all secondary. Secondary enjoyers. That's a point we should take here. That abala word is indicating that. So on that day, Krishna, on that night, Krishna was fully absorbed in the various leelas. And also gopis, in the gopis mind also he surata, that means in the gopis mind also he kept such a feeling very steadily. If opposite party is not in steady, so then what will happen? So such a potency he gave to them, so that they should enjoy, they should participate with the Krishna. They are not having such a power of Krishna. Krishna is supremely powerful, and gopis, they are not like that. So now they have to play with Krishna equally. Then what? He invested his energy in them so that their desire is maintained, their feelings are maintained. So till the time he wanted to enjoy. This is necessary. Partner, if 1 hour game, if 10 minutes out, then what another partner will do? Then it will be one man show. It's not Rasalila, it's Kamakrida, then one man show. Aslila. It's not Rasalila. Aslila it will be. Huh? तब तो क्या होगा ये परमेश्वर में क्या बात हो जाए It's not one man show. Rasalila cannot be one man show. So that's why. So Krishna did like that. Tadacha Bhagavataha Ratrinvidam Tatkeli Vilasaikantam Manastvam Abhut Itya Atmani Manasi Avarudhya Stapitaha. That's why Atman Avarudha Saurataha. This is the word. This word is indicating that. So Vam Yautsukya Harshadaya Stamba Sveda Vai Vanyadaya Darshana Sparshana Shleshadayascha Ena Saha. He invested all these feelings in them. Next. Sarvaha Dvadasha Masikireva Nishaha Shisheve Kidrushihi Sharatkavya Katha Rasashayaha. See, Dvadashi Kyum, why he told that's 22. Dvadasha 12. 12 months, nights. 12 months. Dvadasha Masikireva Nishaha Shisheve. That means every night he was enjoying. That means Sarvaha. That means every day he was enjoying like that. Sorry, every night, every day's night, he was enjoying. Sarvaha is said. So by the Sarvaha, so Nishaha Shisheve. It is, and every night is also full moon day, and that is a Sarat Rutu's full moon day. Hmm? Hmm. So all this, it's not clear actually. So we can take this meaning like this. One easy meaning is here. So in this sloka, if is Sarvaha Sharatkavya Katha Rasashaya means all the nights. That means in whole year, many nights are there, na? 365 nights. So all those nights in Vrindavan, all those nights in Vrindavan, they became actually eligible for Krishna's pastime. Okay, that is the meaning. Actually, in Vrindavan, every night, whole years, every night is appropriate for the rasa, and those nights became the object for the various rasika poets. That is given actually. Okay. Hmm. 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 That is also coming, Prabhu. What is happening? What happened till now? So Parikshit asked same question. What you asked. So what is happening with their husbands? Why they didn't come to there? Okay. Only thing that's not a much important difficult thing. Simply is all the nights in the Vrindavan are meant for the enjoyment, rasa enjoyment of the Krishna. That's the point. Sarad means you can take the whole year. Sarad word is having the various meanings. Sarad means Rutu, Sarad means year also. That is the point actually you should take. Sharad is having the various meanings. That's why we are said. Now, Sri Parikshit. So like this, ultimately what is happening till now, conclusion is, so these gopis, so they after the Rasalila entered into the river, so they got the Krishna entered along with the gopis, and they bathed, they got the new clothes, they went to the place near to the Yamuna. There is one garden in that, so they did the Sena Lila actually there. They said after that they went back also to their houses. That will be coming in future. So now before saying that statement, Parikshit now he raised a question here. What is that? Parikshidu acha samsthapanaya dharmasya prashamayetarasya cha avatirno hi bhagavan amshena jagadishwarah sakatam dharma setunam vakta ka karta virakshita pratīpamācarat brahman paradharabhimarshanam. Translation. Parikshit Maharaj said, O Brahmana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord of the universe, has descended to this earth, along with his plenary portions to destroy irreligion and re-establish religious principles. Indeed, he is the original speaker, follower, and guardian of the moral laws. How then could he have violated them by touching other men's wives? So, samsthapanaya dharmasya, to establish dharma. Prashamaya adharmasya, to annihilate the adharma. Avatirnaha, Lord appears. Bhagavan avatirnaha. Amshena. Amshena means along with his plenary portions. So like Vishnu or otherwise Balaram. Jagadishwaraha. So Supreme Lord. Saha katam dharma setu nam vakta. That means he is the speaker of the dharma. Karta. Rakshita. Pratipam acharad. Pratipam acharad Brahman Paradharabhimarshanam. This is the point. Why he touched, why he enjoyed with otherwise. So this is a question. अतः परीक्षित सभोपविष्ठानां विविध वासनावतां कर्मज्ञानि प्रवृत्तीनां हृदये संदेह समुद्भूतम आलक्ष्य तदुच्छेदार्थम पृच्छति. Parikshit is asking this question. In his assembly, there are various karmis and jnanis are sitting in their doubt is there, and by seeing them, so Parikshit, just to destroy their doubt, their question which is there in their heart, so he asked this question so that Sukadeva Goswami will give appropriate answer. So all those will come out from this kind of doubt. Karmis and not for his sake actually. He is a pure devotee actually. Like in the previous day also he asked. Like without, so gopis, they left the material body, they got liberated from the material body. That's a secondary meaning we took of that sloka. So in that secondary meaning, if you take, then you will be getting it out. Gopis having the lusty feelings towards the Krishna, they don't have any, they are not seeing Brahman in the Krishna, but still how they get the liberation. That was the question was asked by Parikshit, just to represent other, just side by here and there, they are here. That means in this Rasa Leela, Sukadeva Goswami not only taught to only pure devotees, but karmic jnanis also there. Understand? You will be going to hear so many like this. Yeah. Many interesting points. So from this we are understanding that not only, it's Sukadeva Goswami taught only to Parikshit, no, to many others also. Here in this sloka, what is the point? Bhagavan Amshena Avatirnaha. Lord appeared with Amsha. And that means what? Amshena Avatirna means. So Amshena means what you should take here. Bhagavan, that means Krishna. Amshena means Balaramena. Like this also you can take, or otherwise Amshena means Vishnuna, in the form of Vishnu, or otherwise. Like that also you can take. Jagadishwar Vishnuhu Bhavati. Amshena, that means Bhagavan Amshena Jagadishwaraha Bhavati. You can take like this. Bhagavan, Lord, Amshena, by part and parcel. Jagadishwaraha means Vishnuhu Bhavati. He becomes Vishnu. Saha, that Bhagavan, Saha Swayam Avatirnaha. Now he appeared directly. Like this also you can interpret. Bhagavan Amshena Jagadishwaraha Bhavati. Saha Swayam Avatirnaha Idanim. Like this you can. Otherwise you can take Bhagavan Amshena Avatirna means Bhagavan Amshena Baladevena Saha Avatirna. Like this also you can take. Pratikulam adharmam yadicha swairaleela eva acharad ityuchyate. Pratikulam, that means adharmam. Saha pratipam. Pratipam means pratikulam adharmam yadi cha swairaleela eva acharad. It is his own past tense. It's not meant for the others. If Krishna, when he appears, he will be doing some things for his own. You should not do that. It's not meant for you. Okay? It's not meant for you means you should not imitate that. Example tada brahmashapam angikritya tat phalam cha kadachit ishwaratve api angikaroti yatha tathaiva papam angikrita tat phalam api avashyam angikuryad ityakshepa ityekah prashnaha. Now actually Parikshit is asking Brahman. So what he is thinking? Oh Sukadeva Goswami, like in the Vishnu, when here it is more elaborately explained in Hindi also, like Tulsi Maharani and Jalandhar. So Tulsi, so before Tulsi, that's his, what is her name? So Jalandhar and so Tulsi, that Vrunda. So she is a very chaste woman. She was, and Jalandhar is very bad person. Is Asura, and at that time, so to kill him, so Lord appeared in the form of Jalandhar, and he broke because of her chastity. He was protected, Jalandhar, to finish her chastity. So Vishnu appeared in the form of Jalandhar and finished her chastity, Vrinda's chastity. Then she cursed. So you did this kind of thing, then you become stone. So that's the story in that. Since Vishnu sometimes when he performs the Leela, he will doing the sin and also is getting the curse. Now Krishna is doing the sin, so what curse he is going to get? This is the intention of Parikshit Maharaj. Not Parikshit Maharaj, others. Gnanis and Karmis, they are thinking like this. Now what curse Krishna got? Since others' wives he touched, enjoyed. Like Vishnu. This is their point. There may be some Vakya we should hear. I read like this. Here you see, after studying this much, we are able to understand inner details. Otherwise, Rasalila, it is a black picture, black box for me previously. Now I understood what is there in that. I was also thinking. So this kind of things, many doubts were there. Many things are clear now. Anyway, so now that is the intention of these other sages, karmis and gnanis are thinking like that. So then what is the answer then? And one more question also is asking. Aptakamo yadupati krutavan vai jugupsitam kim abhiprayaye tannaha shamshayam chindi suvrata. Translation: O faithful upholder of vows, please destroy our doubt by explaining to us what purpose the self-satisfied Lord of the Yadus had in mind when he behaved so contemptibly. Jugupsitam. Yadupati. He is the master of Yadus. Yadus are the best people. Their conduct is best. Whose conduct is very good. And in that dynasty he took birth. Aptakamaha. He completely fulfilled his desires. All his desires are fulfilled. Then being Yadupati, being fulfilled of all desires, why he did this kind of jugupsitam, contemptible activity, why he did? What is the intention of the Supreme Lord? This is our doubt. Please please answer this. Please clarify this doubt. Purport: it is clear to the enlightened that these doubts will arise in the minds and hearts of persons unfamiliar with the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. Therefore, since time immemorial, great sages and enlightened kings like Parikshit Maharaj have openly raised these questions to provide the authoritative answer for all prosperity. It's good. Parikshit raised this question, nice. And answer also will be having. So, prepared answer we are going to get now. Because it's general way, everyone asks in the whole society. Sri Sukha Uvacha Dharma Vyatikramo Drishta Ishwaranam Cha Sahasam Sa Tejiyasam Na Doshaya Vahne Sarvabhujo Yatha. Till now we heard whole Leela, so we should know this kind of questions also, which can be, if you start narrating, this kind of questions will come and we should know answers also. Good. Total pack.
No. Radha Govinda Swami Maharaj. Maharaj used to give Bhagavatam class, and suddenly one lady, she came and asked Maharaj how Krishna can he dancing with the other wife, and then Maharaj, he didn't say anything. No, this is Krishna can do anything. Then her husband stand up and you have to give the answer of question of my wife, the answer of my uh, wife question. Then Maharaj said, what do you think, your sister or your daughter was there in participating in that Ras Leela? Then she is just kept quiet.
English में इसीलिए भाई English में नहीं आते अक्षर. You will not get that in English. So okay, let's see the answer for this. Translation: Sukadeva Goswami said, the status of powerful controllers is not harmed by any apparently audacious transgression of morality who may see in them. For they are just like fire, which devours everything fed into it and remains unpolluted. What it mean? A powerful man can do anything. A powerful man, whatever he does, that is glorious. This is pakka political answer. First tir, this is first arrow. जिसके पास दम है उसी का राज है. उनका राज है, चल रहे हैं, क्या करें? What is the problem to you? What? Great potent personalities are not ruined by any apparent transgression of moral principles. Great persons, so they are not subjected to any so-called subjected by so-called dharma and rules and regulations. They are beyond this. Whatever they does, that is glorious. So this one mentions the examples of Brahma, Indra, Soma, Vishwamitra, and others. They are all Leela. It's not mistake. It is Leela. Okay. Sridhar Swami also gave this so many examples for this. So these people, they violated the dharma. Brahma, Indra, Soma, Vishwamitra, and others. Still they are in their position. Like example is given. A fire devours all that is fed into it, but the fire doesn't change its nature. If you put lot of contaminated things in the fire, you burn it, still it will be pure. Like that, Krishna is also anything, any activity he does, that activity will become pure. And still he also remains always pure. He will burn away that impurity in that fire. What it does, any contaminated thing you fed, it will just destroy that impurity. So like this, anything come in touch with the Supreme Lord, that will become pure. Even all those activities also will become pure. Krishna, that's a Prabhupada gives this kind of answer also sometimes. Krishna is powerful. What is the problem for you if he enjoys? Yeah, like a fire. But still there are so many answers are there. Wait. So then naitas samachare jatu manasape hyanishwaraha vinashyatyacharan maudya yatha rudrobjijam visham. Translation: one who is not a great controller should never imitate the behavior of ruling personalities, even mentally. If out of foolishness an ordinary person does imitate such a behavior, he will simply destroy himself. Just as person who is not Rudra would destroy himself if he tried to drink an ocean of poison. So now, okay, in this sloka what is said, anyway, great personalities, whatever is they are doing, that is beyond the rules and regulations. That is glorious. We heard like this in the previous sloka. Now Purvapakshi is asking a question. But we see in the society, Yadyadachariti Shrestha Tattyadevetaro Jana. That means great personalities, whatever they does, that is example for the society. Then Krishna is enjoying, so we will also enjoy. We will take this as example. Because we should follow great people. Like this Purvapakshi objection is raised. Then answer is given. So you want to follow exalted, highly elevated people, then show that karke dikhao. So like example, Shiva, so drank the whole halahalam. You also drink and show it. So that's why the activities of great peoples you should not imitate. You should not imitate those. That is a lesson actually here. Then Yadidachari Shrestha what? Then answer is given. Then Sadachara, how will learn then? How will learn the Sadachara? Who will be the example then? If you say great people's activities cannot be imitated, then who will set the good conduct in the society? Then how common people can understand what is right and what is wrong? So we should not follow the great people. Then how? Who will set up example and sadachara? Then that is said in the next. ईश्वराणां वचः सत्यं तथैवाचरितं क्वचित् तेषां यत् स्ववचो युक्तं बुद्धिमां तत्समाचरेत्. Translation: the statement of the Lord's empowered servants are always true, and the acts they perform are exemplary when consistent with those statements. Therefore, one who is intelligent should carry out their instructions. Take the instructions, don't imitate. They will be doing so many extraordinary things, and you should not take that. And whatever teachings are given, you should take. That's why you should follow Krishna's Bhagavad Gita. And don't imitate what Krishna did. This is the point actually. Ishwaranam vachaha satyam. What did it mean? So here, katam tarhi sadacharasya pramanyam ataha. Then who is the authority for the right conduct? Then that is said in this sloka. Who is that right? Who is authority? The instructions. Those instructions which are also followed by them, those only you should take. Those instructions are not there, but he did. That also should not take. He spoke, but he didn't do that. That also you should not take. He gave instructions and also followed. That only you should take. Some activities he did, but he didn't speak on that. You should not imitate those activities. And he spoke something, but not followed by him. That also should not take. Examples are given here. Swavacho yuktam aviruddham tadeva acharit. Whatever he spoke and which is not contradictory, aviruddham, which is not contradictory to his words. That means he is speaking, but he is doing something different from his instructions. That he should not follow. In the great peoples, whatever he is speaking, but he is doing something against to his instructions. That he should not. Sukadeva Goswami is saying, aviruddham tadeva achare. Buddhiman iti tatrapi vichar. That means buddhiman, you should be intelligent. The follower should be intelligent. Not that whatever he did, I will follow. No. I will imitate. This is wrong. Example is given, Ishwaras, Ishwaranam, in the first line, if you see Ishwaranam vachaha, Satyam. Ishwaranam vacha means Lord's statements are, Lords means law, many lords actually. statements of lords is satyam. Example is Dasharatha Putraha. Rama is speaking all the time truth, and is also is following. That you follow. Krishna is speaking so many things, not only truth. He is lying also. It's not necessary that the every time you should speak truth only. You can speak lies, and then you should not take those. And he is speaking he is doing the something, whatever he speak. Other than that, that also should not take. Example is given. उसको उठा के ले आना है जब भी आते हैं थोड़ा सा. Example, Krishna speaks lies or speaks something. It's not that the whatever he spoke is true. Example, this Ashwathama. So when he was arrested by the Arjuna, Krishna was saying to him, Arjuna, kill him, cut him immediately. Then when Draupadi said, we should not do, then he also changed the party. He changed party means that didn't happen. So Arjuna didn't do that. Of course, Krishna said, you kill this person. Arjuna didn't do that. What he said? Tad aso vadyatam papa atataya atma bandhuha. So vadyatam, he should be killed. Iti bhagavataha vachaha api arjunena ashwathama vada vidhayakam na palitam. Arjuna didn't follow that statement of the Krishna. You understand? Great personalities, whatever they spoke, that is what should be followed and what should not be followed. You should use your intelligence and do. They said immediately should not follow. And also whatever they did, you should not imitate that. So you should follow that thing. So whatever they speak and whatever they follow, that portion only should take. He spoke, but he didn't follow. Should not take. And he did, but he didn't speak. Should not take. Such a things. Ultimately, Sukadeva Goswami, what he is saying, Buddhiman tat samacharet. Therefore, one who is intelligent should carry out their instructions. Being an intelligent person, you should take the examples from the great people, not the blindly. Simple thing is, blindly you should not take their life as example for you. No blind following. Simple. But anyway, we know Krishna. So when he enjoyed with those gopis, they are all nothing but his own internal potencies. And what is the problem actually? Why those gopis are other wives? Is simply is fact actually. Everything is belonging to him, and they are all transcendental actually. And also so many things are coming now. Few more things. So purport, somehow it's a big purport they wrote. We'll read this for the Yes. Let us see purport. The word Ishvara is usually defined in Sanskrit dictionaries as Lord, Master, Ruler, and also as capable, potent to perform. Srila Prabhupada often translate the word Ishvara as controller, which brilliantly synthesizes the two functionalities, fundamental concepts of Ishvara, namely a master or a ruler and a capable or potent person. Ishvara means, so first of all, they are analyzing each word. Ishvara word they took. Ishvara means controller or otherwise capable person. So control word is a right word actually. Right meaning. Srila Prabhupada uses. Ishvara he translated as. Uh, he is translated as a controller. Controller means he is covering the its original two meanings. Controller means master, and also controller means it includes two features. Controller word includes two features. Mastership also is there, and also capability also is included in that. Both. So that's why Prabhupada's translation is good. They are just say good means they are justifying. A master may be incompetent, but a controller is a master or lord who in fact makes things happen. So that's why simply if you translate Isra as the only master, sometimes masters may not competent also. Capability they may not be having. So translating control Ishvara into master is not a right choice actually. Translating Ishvara into controller is a right way of giving the meaning, right meaning actually for the word Ishvara. Controller meaning is right. But a controller is a master or lord who in fact makes things happen. Parameshwara, the supreme Ishvara, the supreme controller is of course God, Krishna, the cause of all causes. So what they want to say, so Ishvara is nothing but the supreme controller and he is the cause for everything. So that's why you cannot justify his or you cannot question on his conduct actually. He is a cause of everything. He can do anything. All the people in general, especially in the Western countries, are not aware of the fact powerful personalities control our universe. The modern impersonal concept of the universe depicts an almost totally lifeless cosmos in which the earth floats meaninglessly. Thus, we are left with the dubious ultimate purpose of preserving and reproducing our genetic code, which has its own ultimate purpose of adding another link to the meaningless chain of events by again producing itself. So just it is they are explaining about the creation. They don't have any uh, proper explanation. In contrast to this sterilely meaningless world connected by the ignorant materialist, the actual universe is full of life, personal life, and in fact full of God, who pervades and supports all the existence. So modern approach is that in the behind the creation there is no creator, there is no soul, there is no life, there is no consciousness. But here what they are saying, behind the creation there is a supreme Lord and he is the controller and he is the person. So the essence of reality is supreme personality of Godhead and his personal relationship with the innumerable living beings and whom we are samples. So what they are saying, so this Krishna is the cause for every living entity, everything, and he is father of everyone. Some of living beings are trapped in the illusion of materialism or identification with the material body, while others are liberated, aware of eternal spiritual nature. A third class comprises those progressing in self-realization from the medallic state of ignorance to the enlightened state of Krishna consciousness. So here we are seeing people are simply out of uh, Due to materialism, they are thinking themselves as body out of illusion, identify themselves as body. And some are the liberated and some are the devotees. Reality is ultimately personal and divine, and therefore it is not surprising that the Vedic literature reveals to us our universe and other universes are managed by great personalities, just as our city, state, and country are managed by empowered personalities. When we democratically award a particular politician to right to govern, we vote for him because he has exhibited something we call leadership or ability. We think he will get a job done. In other words, it is only after an individual inquiries to power to govern that we vote for him. Our vote doesn't make him a leader, but rather recognizes a power in him coming from some other source. A Thus, as Lord Krishna explains at the end of the 10th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, any living being exhibiting an extraordinary power, ability, or authority must have been empowered by the Lord Himself or by the Lord's energy. Simply, what they want to discuss, they want to say behind this material world, like device first session, behind this material world there is a creator is there. Behind the governing of these various departments in this world, there is also supreme lord is there. So supreme government is there and not whimsically happening. Those directly empowered by the lord are devoted to him, and thus their power and influence spread goodness throughout the world, whereas those who are empowered by the Lord's illusory potency are in an indirect relationship with Krishna because they don't directly reflect his will. Of course they do reflect his will indirectly, since it is by Krishna's arrangement that laws of nature act upon ignorant living beings, gradually persuading them through their journey of many lifetimes to surrender to the supreme lord. So ultimately, what they are saying, he's saying, so Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead behind this creation. He is the controller, and some people directly recognize him, and some people they don't recognize him, and just they follow the system given by them. So indirectly, they are following. That is the point is said here. Thus, as politicians create wars, false hopes, and innumerable passionate schemes for the materialist persons who follow them, the politicians are indirectly carrying out the Lord's program of allowing the conditioned soul to experience the bitter fruit of godlessness. So these politicians ultimately, so they are also following the Lord. That means Lord created this material world for the jivas who are showing aversion towards him, so that they will be staying here and getting their result of their karma. So for that, these politicians are becoming instrument actually. Their cause for the sufferings of the jiva, which is also required. Who are aversion towards the Lord, those jivas should get that. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura has translated the word Ishwaranam as those who have become powerful through knowledge and austerity. Here Ishvara means, so like this, powerful through knowledge and austerity. As one understands the nature and will of the God and makes the personal sacrifice required to achieve excellence in spiritual life, and becomes empowered by the Supreme Lord to represent his will, which one has intelligently recognized and accepted. The Supreme Personality of God kindly descends to the earth to show a vivid examples of various behavior, as Lord states in the Bhagavad Gita. If I didn't execute standard duties, the whole world would be misled and in fact destroyed. Thus the word showed, that's the Lord showed his in his different incarnations how to act properly in this world. A good example is Lord Ramchandra, who behaved wonderfully as a son of the king Dasharatha. So that's a simple. Lord appears in the material world and performs various activities. So to set the examples, like example is given Rama. But when the Lord Krishna himself descends, he also demonstrates the ultimate religious principle, namely that the Supreme Lord is beyond all other living beings and that no one can imitate his supreme position. Thus, this foremost of all religious principles, that the Lord is unique, without equal or superior, so was clearly demonstrated in Lord Krishna's apparently immoral pastimes with the gopis. This is the main point they are bringing. So Krishna is also appearing in this middle world. In this incarnation, what he is doing? So in this appearance, so he is showing that Lord is beyond to all the jivas, and he is not imitated. He cannot be approached by any jivatma. He cannot be equated. No jivatma can be equal to him or superior to him. And to show that he is performing such a leelas, so that jivatma can understand who is Bhagavan. That's the point. Was clearly demonstrated in the Krishna's apparent immortal pastimes with the Gopi. No one can imitate these activities without incurring dire consequences, as explained here by Sukadeva Goswami. One who thinks the Lord Krishna is an ordinary living being subjected to lust, or who accepts his rasa dance as admirable and tries to imitate it, will certainly be vanquished, as described in the text 30 of this chapter. Like, yeah, like if if you drink the poison, imitate the Shiva, and if you drink, then you will be finished. Similarly, so you cannot follow all the activities of the great people. Just to imitate, you cannot imitate. Finally, a distinction must be made between the Lord and his empowered servants. Empowered servant of the Lord, as in the case of Brahma, may experience a remnant of reactions to previous activities according to the law of karma, but the Lord is eternally free from any entanglement in the law of karma. He is on a unique platform. So if you just understand, try to understand this whole purport. So what they are saying simply, Lord is coming here to exhibit his Bhagavan feature, so which cannot be equated by any Jivatma or surpassed by any Jivatma. So that's why he's performing these Leelas. So you cannot imitate. And great people, whatever they speak, so in that you have to see what is appropriate and what should be followed and what should not be followed. Not only that, whatever they did, that also you cannot imitate. Whatever they speak, that also you cannot directly so follow it. Blindly you cannot follow it. Being an intelligent person, you should uh, discriminate. And buddhiman tat samaj, being an intelligent person, being a having this discrimination power, so you should do that. कुशलाचरितेनैषाम् इह स्वार्थो न विद्यते विपर्ययेण वानार्थो निरहंकारिणां प्रभो. My dear Prabhu, when these great persons who are free from false ego act piously in this world, they have no selfish motives to fulfill. And even when they act in apparent contradiction to the laws of piety, they are not subjected to sinful reactions. This is also one more point. Kushalachariteena esham. So these great people who are self-controlled, so those activities you cannot imitate actually. And sometimes not only just they will be doing some kind of viparya, contradictory activities, viruddha, apparently contradictory activities according to the laws of piety. You should not think that they are doing the sinful activity. That is not sin. What are the questions are asked? First question Akshit is asking. Ah, so here the first, he touched the other's wives. He enjoyed other wives. This is a sin. This is the Parishit Maharaj's question. Now Sukadeva Goswami is saying, great people who are beyond the bodily platform, they will do the sinful activity, but that is not sinful. Apparently contradiction to the laws of piety. It apparently, superficially, it looks that it is against the laws of piety, but still you should not consider that they are not subjected to sinful reactions. There will be no sinful reaction. What Parishit Maharaj is expecting? Parishit Maharaj is expecting Krishna did this kind of sin, he should get the reaction for that. He should become like, so like Vishnu, how became Saligram Sila, now Krishna should become something. Some curse he should get. But now what Sukadeva Goswami is saying, hey Parishit, stop it. It apparently looks sinful, but they will not get any reactions for this. And before that, Parishit want to ask one more thing. So one, he expected the reaction for this sin. And one more thing, and he is a protector of the dharma. Then being a protector of the dharma, how he did this? Then what is the answer for this portion of the question? He is protector of the dharma, you cannot take everything, whatever he did. And also whatever he spoke. Use buddhi. Yes. He spoke something and he did against to that, that you should not imitate, that you should not follow. He spoke but he didn't follow, that also should. Like example is, you kill this Aswathama, that Arjuna didn't follow, because that is not the real intention of Krishna. You should know the intention of the Krishna. So that's why this subject matter is not so easy. With one word answer you cannot justify. Parishita asked very easily. He touched other wives, then it is a sinful activity. So what is the reaction for this? He is a protector of the dharma. He did behave like this. How he behaved like this? Question is easy, but Parishit Sukadeva Goswami is saying answer is having so much. Don't simply one word answer you are not going to get here. Lot of things are there to know. Many things are there inside. Why he behaved like that? आप सब लोग भी सोच रहे थे एक मिनट में, you are thinking that one word answer I will get and I will write it. Try will tell to others. But no, you should be intelligent enough to take. Examples are given. Blindly if you take like Shiva's case, blindly if you drink halal, then what? You will go. Yeah, these sages, Lord and Lord followers speak truth. That is true sometimes. Example is Rama. You follow Rama then. Rama is speaking whatever and following also. Maryada Purushottam. Follow that. And Krishna is not like that. Krishna is not coming for just to show himself as one Maryada Purushottam. He is showing, he's coming here to show himself as Bhagavan. He's Bhagavan, he can do anything and everything. That you cannot do. That he wants to show. If you do, then you will go to hell. That he wants to show actually. That's why he came here. Like if you drink hala halam by imitating Shiva, what will happen? Same will happen. You will get the such a disease. How many you can do actually? 300 crores will you take? Lift the Govardhan. Before going to do Rasa, like how Krishna did, lifted Govardhan, you first lift the Govardhan, then go for the Rasa. Uh, you just lift one small stone actually with your uh, even if you lift the chair with this finger, that is also okay. You kill Putana, then we can see. Yeah. Because that's why all the words of Krishna cannot be followed, all the activities of Krishna cannot be imitated. That's the point. Specifically, whatever he said to follow, that we should take. That is Bhagavad Gita. You do that. So what to take, what to not to take, you should have the intelligence for that. That intelligence comes from the his devotees. Hmm.
In my interaction, I many times face this comment when, like in India, we see that the follower of Lord Rama is more than the Lord Krishna. They always say Ram Ram. So one time I went in a village for preaching. So I just asked, man, why you follow Lord Ram? So he immediately said, we follow Ram because he is a Maryada Purushottam. What Krishna? He did Rasila, he dancing with other wives. So my question is this the reason that follower of Krishna is less than the follower of Lord Ram?
Actually, follower of the Ram is because of the Acharya actually. It's not that the whole society situation is the same. Even in the before that, followers of Mayavadis are more. Before to that, Buddhists are more in the whole India. It changes by the time actually. Whoever Acharya coming and he will be taking the prominent kings. Kings, whatever they follow, definitely all the society is following that. Ramanujacharya is having so many help from so many kings, hai so many kings, and also Madhva also is having Madhvacharya also. They are supported by their kings, and also their disciples also supported by the kings, and their Siddhanta is taken seriously by the kings. So that's why they spreaded that to the whole kingdom. You see in the South India and also North, so much prominent because of Ramanuja. Ramanuja and Ramananda. What is it? That's another Ramananda Acharya. This another Ramanandis. Ramanujas and Ramanandis also there. No? There is a branch of the Ramanuja Sampradaya. Ramanandis. So like this, because of this, that is a prominent problem. Not because of any society. He is just like a blind man. Common man. Blind man means most of the people. So whatever is propagated, whatever is propaganda is going, they will be following.
Follow the fashion.
If now materialism is so much, so then everyone is following materialism. And for 100 years, 200 years, if you stress the Gaudiya philosophy and if you spread it, whole world will be seeing for the next few hundred years Gaudiya Vaishnavism. This will be there. This will become culture also. This will become textbooks, all everything. Especially whatever the king makes the kings, they are main actually. Whatever they give to the society, those people will take that seriously. Yeah. Yes. So that's why common people opinion always changes. Every day it changes because of they don't have fixed intelligence. That fixed intelligence will come by the just by being Krishna consciousness. That fixed intelligence is not there. They are just, that's why everyone is playing with them. Millions of people, just everyone is played by these. Now capitalist, they are conquering, they are ruling the whole world. Next. So that's why anything, that means second part of the first question. Second part of the first question is answered here. So that's why Krishna is not going to have any sin, any sinful reaction. Kimuta kila satvanam tiryang martyadivaukasam ishituscheshitavyana kushalanvayah. Translation: how then could the Lord of all created beings, animals, men, and demigods have any connection with the piety and impiety that affect his subject creatures? Sin and piety is meant for only his creation, not for the creator. This is the point he's saying. He's a creator. He made all the rules and regulations, laws. He is completely a proprietor. Nobody is there. No teamwork also is there. He himself did. Then, so why you are applying to him these rules and regulations? He is not controlled by any laws made by him. He is a lawmaker. Tomorrow onwards he can change. So going with the other wife is a piety, and being with the is he can make that laws. And staying with his own husband is sin. What is there? Krishna can do anything. Huh? Do you are who? That's why if anyone asks this, who are saying you to this is the right and wrong? That means going with other wife is wrong. Who said to you? Dharma Shastra. Who gave? Ultimately, Dharmantu Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam, Krishna. Then he gave, that's why you came to know, and tomorrow he will change. Then what you will do? What is your logic then? Your logic is you keep with yourself. Rules and regulations are not subjected to maker, lawmaker. Laws are applied to the only the subject. Yeah. Yeah. So everything, whatever thought you are having now, that is his creation actually. Your mind is his creation. Your intelligence is his creation. And now he is going to change anything. He will say that brain should not be in the leg. Tomorrow, next day onwards, Brahmaji, you change the whole creation. We'll do like this. If you drink petrol, your thirst will be quenched. And if you drink water, you will die. This rule he will make. Then who will stop? Are you going to stop? Who are you to ask question anything to him? So that's the point here he is saying. Huh?
One devotee gave one analogy.
Uh,
He said that suppose there is a traffic signal, correct?
yeah.
When there is a signal, the signal, everyone stop. Can same rule cannot be applied for the aircraft?
Prime Minister.
For the aircraft. When which goes up,
Yes.
Now suppose everyone is standing and aircraft is going. Can you say, hey, you will stop? You will stop.
Yeah.
Because we are stopping,
Yes.
Cannot be applied,
Yes. Okay, next. As explained in the text 32, even a great personality empowered by the Lord are free from the laws of karma. Then what to speak of the Lord himself? After all, the law of karma is created by him and is an expression of his omnipotent will. Therefore, his activities, which he performs out of his own pure goodness, are never subject to criticism by ordinary living beings. Now, to understand this point, what is pure goodness, what is the law of karma, and who is the living entity, this statement is having how many things? Then he has to read all these 10 cantos. Then only he will understand all. This one line is having this so many insights into that. That's why without understanding the properly subject matter from the beginning of this book, simply jumping here is dangerous, and he cannot digest, actually he cannot understand the whole philosophy. That is the reason why Prabhupada is not allowing. It's not that they should not read Rasa Leela, nobody is going to say. That's not the concept. You can, but with sufficient homework. You do the sufficient homework and then you understand. Otherwise, how you can see your goal? That is your goal, actually. If you don't know what is your goal, and if you don't know what is the Radha Krishna Prema, if you don't know what is the Vipralamba, so Prema, so then how you'll, that is our aspiration, actually. That is our target. And you need examples for that. It is needed. Yes, these are very special for us. And even you cannot see this much importance and this much commentary, you will not see in other sampradayas also. Other Sri Vaishnavas, they cannot. Actually, their mood is different. Even Madhvaites, they are also Balakrishna. They are small Krishna, young, youthful Krishna. They don't discuss. They don't read. Only ourself and Nimbarkas. Nimbark Sampradaya. Yeah. Rudra means Vallabha. Pushti Marga. Especially our acharyas, you can see translation of these books, Vaishnava Toshini, Gopal Champu, in Ujjwala Nilamani, all these books are teaching something happening in only, especially in Gaudiya Sampradaya. Nowhere such a high spiritual subject matter. We are fortunate. Yeah. As explained in the text, okay, this is done. 33. Anything is there especially? Nothing is there. Next. Yatpada pankaja paraga nisheva trupta yoga prabhava vidhuta kila karma bandha swairam charanti munayopi nahyamanas tasyechaya tava vapusha kuta eva bandha. Translation: material activities never entangle the devotees of the Supreme Lord, who are fully satisfied by serving the dust of his lotus feet. Nor do material activities entangle those intelligent sages who have freed themselves from the bondage of all fruitive reactions by the power of yoga. So, how could there be any question of bondage for the Lord himself, who assumes his transcendental forms according to his own sweet will? So that's why even the liberated soul, we have the concept liberated souls also eating, sleeping, and seeing, but by these activities it will never get any bondage, the jivan muktaha. So in the case of devotees itself, these material activities are not going to entangle them, then how can you say who is the lawmaker, who is the supreme Lord, who is the giver of everything? So he is bounded by this. If he is conditioned by these laws, then how can he can make those laws? There is a problem actually then. Then who is great? Laws are great or the lawmaker? If laws are great, then lawmaker is also is inside to that. Then how he can make these laws? There is a problem. So even the devotees are not bounded by the dharma adharma. So then how Lord can, his devotees are not bounded by that, then how he will be bounded by the dharma adharma? He said Nirankushaya. Okay, next. Gopinam tatpatinam cha sarveshameva dehinam yontascharati sodyakshaha क्रीडने नेह देह भाग. Translation: He who lives as the overseeing witness within the gopis and their husbands, and indeed within all embodied living beings, assumes forms in this world to enjoy transcendental pastimes. So he is the antaryami of everything. Gopinam tatpatinam cha sarvesham dehinam yaha antaha. He is inside of everyone. He is inside of everyone, and sometimes he come outside and see everything outside. Then what is the problem? He is inside of everyone, and sometimes he coming outside and seeing everything outside. What is there? Is there any problem for you? He can see every, and he is Sarvantari and he is seeing everything everywhere. Huh? If you are also Antaryami, then you can. You are Antaryami. See how the arguments Sukadeva Goswami is giving. Wonderful arguments. This time double होगा actually. डबल उसका डबल होता है भक्ति वैभव का. It be Kanai Krishna Prabhu will come and he will conduct those. I don't know how much he will conduct. Bhakti Vaibhava he should do, Bhakti Vedanta. हाँ? अच्छा ठीक है. Only 3 students, 4 I think are there. Na? Shambalam Prabhu and Ramakrishna Prabhu. Bhakti Vedanta certificate students. 2 and Sandeepan Muni Prabhu and Siddhaswara Prabhu. 4. Muni also. Only 4. Remaining all are dropped. They are all only, yes, doing the Bhagavad Toshini. Only 4 are the, we are going to send these 4. That means they have to finish. Let them finish. We can do peacefully, and 1 or 2 years you can take and probably. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know our what is that, Sri Gaurang Prabhu? Brajprem Prabhu is also there. I don't think, but his attendance is very poor. He gave all exams. We'll see that also. Only five. Adhoksha dropped. Denadatri Mataji dropped. They will be coming. They will be coming for the classes. Yeah. Radharohini Mataji dropped. Yes. Yes. Why not? So okay, come. So in this, being Adhyaksha Antascharati tasya bahir alinganena kaha doshaha. He is already inside. So outwardly, if he embraces Gopi, what is the problem for you? That's the point. Simply, Sukadeva Goswami is asking, hey Parishiti, what is the problem for you? Tell me. That means he's asking directly to those karmis and jnanis. आपको क्या दर्द है? बोलो. What is the problem? Adhyakshaha, and also he is not only Antascharati, Adhyakshaha. Adhyaksho Buddhyadi, that means Drashta. He is already seeing everything inside. And if he sees the body outside, then what is the problem for you? What is the fault in this? What is, and these gopis, they got tired by playing in the dance, and they got tired, and so he just wiped their sweat. What is the problem for you in this? Huh? So next, Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Manusham Dehamastita Bhajate Tadrishe Kreda Yah Srutva Tatparo Bhaved. Translation: when the Lord assumes a human-like body to show mercy to his devotees, he engages in such a pastimes as will attract those who hear about them to become dedicated to him. Anugrahaya bhaktana manusham dehamastitah. First, and one more fact, so Sukadeva Goswami is saying, you know, we are all actually, he's saying you are all foolish people. He came in this middle world for your benefit only, and now you are becoming envious of him. To bless you he came, and now you are becoming envious of him. What is this? Just to concentrate, to give indication, to give clue, some clue of the spiritual pleasure, how the highest spiritual pleasure is relished, what is the highest target. So to give some indications, so to give such a help to you he came, and now you are becoming envious of that, and you are putting your so-called little intelligence on him. This is your problem actually. Anugrahaya bhaktanam manusham dehamastitah. He looks like that he is in the human body, but actually that is a transcendental body, and he is going behind the cows, and he's herding the cows. He is so grazing the calves. So many things he is doing for your benefit. He doesn't have anything to achieve in this world. Bhajate tadrushi krida yah srutva tatparo bhaved. By hearing these all activities, he is coming in the human form, and he is doing so many activities. Just by hearing those, you can become Krishna consciousness. That's the reason. Tatparah bhaved. he will also become of his. That's the reason he is doing this. That means second question is asked na jugupsitam karma. What is the second question asked by Parikshit? Parikshit was saying, Aptakamo yadupati krutavan vai jugupsitam. Even Lord is having all the desires fulfilled. He is having desires which are already fulfilled. So then why he is coming here and doing this kind of heinous activity like this? Parikshit asked. Now Sukadeva Goswami is answering that question. So telling to the karmis and jnanis. Anyway, he didn't scold actually. Previously he was scolding. At least his little bit patience is there. Why he is coming here just to to help you, to bless you. And that is not jugupsitam. That is wonderful activity so that you can remember those, you can meditate on those and become Krishna conscious. Manimantra Moshadani Miva Kadachit. These are all activities are mantra. So some snake bite, then if you put a mantra, immediately that poison is removed. How it is happened? That is achintya. That's beyond your logic. Similarly, Lord's activities are so achintya, inconceivable. Don't apply dharma on that. And if you hear those, like how the mantra is removing poison from your heart, which is beyond your imagination, these hearing leelas are removing the dirt from your heart. This is the medicine actually. These leelas. Manusha dehavatu eva tad bhakto adhikaritvam mukyatvam iti avipritam. Next, Nasuyan Mohitastasya Mayaya Manyamana Swapashasthan Swan Swan Daran Rajaukasaha. Translation: the cowherd men bewildered thought their wives had remained home. Thus they didn't harbor any jealous Leela actually start with that by hearing Venu. All these gopis are stop, all their husbands and other brothers, children, but still they came. Yogamaya helped them. Yogamaya created one dupe. Dupe means some Leela. Leela, that means Gopi. Leela Gopi is created. Chaya Gopi. Chaya Gopi is created by the Yogamaya, and that is given to them. And now Sukadeva Goswami is continuing. Nasuyan khalu Krishnaya. They didn't get, their husbands didn't get any jealous feeling towards Krishna. Mohitaha tasya mayaya. Because they are all bewildered by means they are all controlled by the Yogamaya. Manyamanaha swapashastvan. They are thinking that their wives are all just beside to them only. Swan Swan Dharan, that means they are thinking like this about their wives. हाँ अच्छा थोड़ा सा बड़ा है ननु एवं टाइम क्या हुआ और 3 श्लोक है कर देंगे हो लगेगी 15 मिनट्स मोर ननु एवं सर्वासु एव निशासु गोपी स्त्रीभिः सह विहरति भगवती तासां पतिश्च ओके so these gopas are controlled by what maya we should take so Vishwanath Chakravarti saying it should not be Mahamaya, it should be the Yoga Maya only because Gopas Mahamaya cannot act. That cannot be a Bahiranga Maya. That is Antaranga Maya only, Antaranga Shakti. That's the point he said. Then this Antaranga Shakti, what she did? She created Chaya Gopis. Tadrish Tavativ Ev Gopi Sustva Tan Darshayitva. She created those many gopis. So who are the wives? That many gopis are created by the Maya and given to those husbands. That's why they are thinking like that. They are always with them. It is said in the Ujjwal Nelamani also. That means gopis are created. Now these gopis are created, okay. And these gopis, these created Chaya gopis are also Satyam only. Because anything done by the Yogamaya is real only. Those are all nothing but the Yogamaya's manifestation only, that is. She is doing with herself only, not that. And that's why they are also eternal. But the point is now, so that means even this whole material world is destroyed, but those gopis will be there. Chaya gopis also will be there. In the spiritual world, anything is made, that will be there eternally only. What is going to happen? Only just Yogamaya making appear and disappear, that's all. But those will be there eternally. So then when these Chaya gopis are with the Gopas, did they have any physical relation with them? This is the point now. Question has to be raised. They had any physical relation? If they had a physical relation, what problem will come? Yogamaya is enjoyed by the Gopas. It's a big problem will come. So that's why Yogamaya is doing such a one more thing. So she is not allowing any kama, sexual desires in the Gopas. They are not at all getting any desire. So that is going to happen. So even their wives are side to them, they never get any. Let me touch her, kiss her. No feeling like that. They are only cooking and eating. That's all. Sleeping, separately sleeping. This is going to happen. So this is the point Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining here. That will disappear. They are thinking like this. They're always seeing Gopas. Their wives are so sleeping with them on their own bed. So now these gopis came back. Night is over. So Krishna had the beautiful Rasalila with them. Then when they came back, already we read, all the gopis' bodies are transcendental only. They are not anything material is not there. Material contamination is over. It's finished actually. Like how Dromara's body is changed. And they now after they are pure and they are enjoyed by the Krishna. And now once again their husbands are not going to enjoy them. That is not going to happen. So this is also taken care by Yogamaya. And what will happen when they came back? Immediately these Chaya Mayas, Chaya Gopis, all disappeared. That is Yogamaya make them to disappear. And all, yes, these Gopis, original wives, they started staying with their husbands. But there was no any further relation, bodily. Already we read this, how they were after the Leela. They were not giving feeding to their children also. Breast milk this. Okay, next. Brahmaratra upavrutte Vasudeva Anichantyo Swagruhan Bhagavat Priya. Translation: after an entire night of Brahma had passed, Lord Krishna advised the gopis to return. They didn't wish to do so. The Lord's beloved consorts complied with his command. He ordered, "Hey, chalo jao, so go back." Brahmaratra upavrite. Brahmaratra means that's why that one night in Vrindavan is in that night all the nights of Brahma is one day are merged. That's why it is known as Brahmaratra. So how it is happened? So one night where the millions of the nights came and merged into this. This is not so difficult because of the Lord's inconceivable potency. It is possible, it is also happening. Example is given. Example when Krishna was Samruddha Lila, in that when Krishna ate the mud, mother was seeing all the Brahmanda in his small belly. In the same way, this is one night in the Vrindavan where there is possible of merging those many nights. It's not a difficult thing, and that's why you should not feel difficulty in accepting this. And one more thing, those are the same thing. यथा पंचयोजनात्मक वृंदावन प्रदेशे एकदेश एव 50 कोटि योजन प्रमाणानि ब्रह्मांडानि प्रविष्टानि ब्रह्मणा दृष्टानि. Brahmaji saw that panchayojanaatmaka vrindavanam. Vrindavana is having how many yojanas? Panchayojanas. 5 yojanas. 1 yojana is equal to how many crores? Huh? Pancha yojana. 1 yojana is equal to? Huh? 8 miles. 1 crore is equal to? That means yojana and crores are different. That means, okay. Acha, acha. Pancha yojana means how many miles? So there's a Vrindavan. This a small. It's not a. So maybe 40 miles. Okay. So in that area of Vrindavan, Brahmaji saw that Panchashat Koti Yojana. How many yojanas? Panchashat Koti Yojana Pramana Brahmanda. These Brahmandas are entering into that. Each Brahmanda is having size of Shatakoti Yojanas. 4 billion, 4 billion, 4 billion, 4 billion kilometers. The diameter. So these Brahmandas are entering into the Vraja, that's Vrindavan. This is seen by the Brahmaji. So how it is possible? It is because of inconceivable potency. Same way, so Brahmaji's nights also entering. Also it is said in the Laghu Bhagavatamritam also. Evam Prabhu Priyanam. Okay. That's that Leela, Mridubhakshan Leela. Avichintya Prabhavatvat, because of inconceivable potency. Okay, this is only this much. All you read, okay. Vikriditam Vrajavadu Biridam cha Vishno Shraddhanvito nu Shrunayadata Varnayetya Bhaktim Param Bhagavati Pratilabhya Kamam Hrudrogamashvapahinot Chirena Dhira. Translation. Anyone who faithfully hears or describes the Lord's playful affairs with the young gopis of Vrindavan will attain the Lord's pure devotional service. Thus, he will quickly become sober and conquer lust, the disease of the heart. Hurdrogam, if you have lust, you should study, you should read this one. It's not that we think when we become pure devotee, then we'll study Rasa. No. This is justified by the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, see, the commentary is especially pointing this. Everything is done purified, then we'll study the Rasa. This is for everyone, but not in public. After studying all the 9 cantos, after understanding properly philosophy, you should study this. You should read, you should understand, you should memorize, you should remember, meditate. Otherwise, then why he is saying, Sukadeva Goswami himself is saying, Rudroga Rogam Ashu Apahinot Achirena. Immediately this will go, Rudroga. Sarva Leela Chudamane Rasasya Shavana Kirtanadi Falamapi Sarva Fala Chudamani. This Rasa Leela is the crest jewel among all the Leelas, and the result of this Rasa Leela is also crest jewel among all the results. You'll know whatever results you heard, it is the best result you are going to get from this.
I know certain devotees, Prabhu, who will quote this verse, particular verse, and then they say that we can also read all those literatures which contain these esoteric conjugal pastimes of Krishna with gopis and other his associates.
Yeah.
So now, now we are in new, like for myself,
Yeah.
neophyte devotee like me. Now, is it proper for me to read all those literatures, esoteric literatures by Goswamis, written by Goswamis and other acharyas, which contain conjugal pastimes of Krishna with other gopis?
That we have to. So see, Shastric instructions are there, and those instructions how and when and where to apply, that needs the shiksha actually. That should be, we will be having the some guidance, na? So where I am and what should I read and what should I not read. So your shiksha guru will teach, will tell whether you should read or not. So what is your devotion level? So someone, yeah, you are saying. Yes. So that's as much as you progress in the devotion, so you can read. Why not? That means those leelas, those are also you can read, like the Ujjwal Nilamani. But now the case is you should discuss that in a principal way, whether that should be read or not. That should be read. It's only will read. So that is definitely is going to purify this. And if anything is written by the that book, who is adhikari for this? Every author writes in every book before starting.
Criteria. Prabhu.
Which book?
Means any, there are certain
No,
so
many books are having many criteria.
like
Like Sandarbhas, whoever is Krishna Bhajanaika Abhilashavan, whoever is desiring to worship only Krishna, those people only should read the Sandarbhas. He said already, not the atheist or not the others. So like that. So Adhikari, Sambandha, Abhidheya, Prayojana. These four things will be there for every book. That's must and should actually. And so that's why we have to see the who is adhikari for, like now take Ujjwal Nilamani. So who is adhikari, that can be, that might be defined at the beginning itself actually. So by the author or whoever read, so they also can explain to us who should read. So if that adhikara is there with us, so we can read. Even it is generally, that means who what is we are understanding, someone is having the some disease in the heart, Hridroga. So even that is also removed by this is said. So this from this is a principle actually. Now based upon this principle, apart from this principle, even they may, for every book, that author may set even more conditions. So or otherwise there is a sequence also by given by the previous acharyas guidance. You should read these books this time, or this is the way. So this is said, and then you should follow that. So only just by one principle how we can decide. Only it's not only the one factor. So there are the several other factors also will be there. No? Altogether, you should justify.
From Vrindavan,
From
Hathpuri.
Godimat.
He said that after studying Srila Prabhupada books for minimum 7 times, then he go for Acharya's books. I don't know where he got this statement. 7 times he said.
Anyway, actually, principle, Prabhu, what I want to say, my point is, not only one factor, many factors are there. For many books also different, factors also are increased. So if any, So that is case to case. I don't know the details actually. What Shastra you are asking, and like example you say Sandarbhas. So like example you say Nilmani, Ujjwal Nilmani. So that is said actually Jiva Goswami at the ending. So after reading this, if you want to know these things, you go and read that. He said that. So he gave the directions. So for these references, you should do this. So like this, you have to, whatever Rasa Shastra books you are saying, what are those, and so what are the hints we are getting from the previous acharyas to enter into those books? Line statement and example is giving. I am giving Neelamani, Ujjal Neelamani. This is a one book. After reading the Preeti Sandarbha, you can read that. Next, Vikriditam Vrajavadubhiridam cha Vishnoho. This so here Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is emphasizing Param Prema Lakshanam Prapya Iti Krutva. That means you see in this Bhaktim Param Bhagavati Pratilabhya Kamam Hrudrogam Ashu Apahinoti. See, after getting the prema, he drives away the Hrudrogam. After getting the prema, Hrudrogam is removed. This is the point Vishwanath is taking into consideration. After getting the prema, that means what? Prema means what here? Prema lakshanam. This lila. So that means he is saying what? You hear this lila, you discuss this lila, and by this lila is prema lakshana. It's nothing but the manifestation of prema, this lila. And by this what? So by hearing, you will also get the desire for Krishna prema. And by that desire, you can finish your Hrudrogam. This is the logic. It's not that the Hrudrogam is gone and then you get the desire for the prema. So that's why Bhaktim Param. Param means here Prema Lakshanam Prapya Iti Krutva. That means Prapya. That means after getting Prapya. Bhaktim Param Bhagavatim Pratilabhya. Pratilabhya Kamam Apahinoti. After that, Kama is gone. That means what he is, how is Prayatnena Hrudrogavati api adhikarini pradamataha eva premnaha praveshaha. Even whose heart is contaminated by the lust, that kind of people also adhikari for this. So they what they should do? So initially, so premnaha pravesha, they are entering into the prema. Hearing this lila means they are entering into that prema. Premana tataha tat prabhavena. This by the influence of this lila, hearing of this lila, what is going to happen? Eneva prabhavena eva achirataha. That means very soon. Hrudroga nashaha. The disease of the heart is destroyed. But already Srila Prabhupada said, don't jump into the Krishna Leela, Rasa Leela, without reading the previous cantos. That's the instruction. So then we should consider Prabhupada also and read that and come to here. Actually, Krishna book, because we discussed Parishit Maharaj is also at the time Krishna Leelas. direct Ruchira Leelas. They will be captivating anyone's heart very quickly. So that's why by seeing that spiritual benefit, so Prabhupada translated that Krishna book, and maybe we should hear from even Prabhupada followers what they said about this. Yeah. And in that Rasalila, what is in the Krishna book, Rasalila, how it is described? Like this, it is described fully. Anyone knows? In Krishna book, Rasalila, how much it is described? Fully, this much. Esoteric topics, sir. Yeah. Touching and keeping hand on the breast. This. Yeah, summary. That the few chapters I read, but not that much esoteric topics are, I think, not there. So that will not be there because Prabhupada definitely will not write. Because if he writes, then his statement will go against his actions. Yeah, his words. That much esoteric. Now we discuss such a way. We went to extreme discussions, Vishwanath discussion. This kind of hearing, so you should do after properly going through this. So, but in the public, why we don't know who is who and what kind of stage. Then if they don't know what is the Vishuddha Sattvam, what is the Antaranga Shakti, what is the Yoga Maya, what is the Mahamaya, these things he doesn't know at all. What is Jiva and what he will understand this. He will never understand this Leela. Misunderstand he will. So that's the Prabhupada is avoiding. Don't go there. Or otherwise, it's not that the only purified heart only should study. That is not the condition actually. That's not the condition. Yes. And anyway, okay. So that's a Muniji, you have any question on this? You generally have a question on this. You are there or not? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So you understood, Prabhu, what is the who is adhikari for the panchadhyayi? Rasa panchadhyayi.
Yes, yes. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. I think you are hearing or only saying yes. Okay. Okay, no problem. So Vyavachinnaha tasya premamrita rupatvena tad vaiparitya. Because this is going to destroy the lust, because this description of the Krishna's pastimes with the gopis is exactly counter. That means is a counteracting. It is a opposite to the lust whatever we have in the middle. So that's why immediately that will throw away. That's why it is the highest result is going to give. Rasa Leela, Rasa Panchadhyayi. We should hear from the Acharya's commentary very nicely, line by line. Properly we should hear. Not jumping and here and there, seeing, oh, dancing, okay, oh, what is this? You didn't study the 29th chapter, and if you jump to the immediately 32nd chapter, then you will be puzzled once again. You study first 29th chapter, starting what is given. Very clearly, Acharya explains. Who is Gopi? What are the different types of gopis? What is Siddha Deha? Those things are very important. So that's why, and also he said one more important point, Dhiraha. Dhiraha Panditaha iti. Here Dhiraha means Panditaha, learned people. Hudroge satyapi katam prema bhavet iti anastikya lakshanena murkatvena rahitaha ityardaha. Is very important point. Now, what is that? So by hearing this Rasa Panchadhyayi, I will get the prema. What Vishwanath is saying, one will get the prema, and by that prema, so Hridroga is finished. Then some Kutarkis, they say, if there is a lust, then how will get prema from this? I don't believe. Then he is not Pandita. He is a foolish. Here Pandita means who believes that by reading this, by studying this, by absorbing into this, it will give prema, even we have the lust in the heart. And that will be removed by this. That kind of faith whoever is having, he is Pandita actually. Rudroge Satyapi, even there is a disease in the heart. So by hearing this, prema bhavet, by hearing the Leela, so prema will happen. Iti, this kind of faith whoever is having, so he is Panditaha. But whoever is not believing, he is Murkaha.
Comments on this. So we can see that many temples, there is Bhagavatam every day, as like Srila Prabhupada said, Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya. Now in Vrindavan temple, Canto 10 is going on, almost that Rasa panchadhyayi also come in. So there is so many people are there sitting there. So obviously they are here now. Where is the question of they are qualified or not qualified?
I don't know what they will do. We'll see.
No, definitely they will go.
But one important thing in this commentary, in this book actually, if they go verse by and translation, nothing will be there.
But there is so many speaker like Bindavan Chandra Swami Maharaj. Sometimes he speak, sometimes Radha Raman Swami Maharaj they speak. Then they go through the commentary.
Then they will take care this because they know the audience and they know the importance of this. They are intelligent. They are the panditas. They are definitely they will take care. If the public is not in that level, then why they will speak? They will never speak, and they will bring out some morals and say, this should happen in the like this only. Only Bhakti Vedanta is the best place. You will never get an opportunity to speak this anywhere actually, because your audience you don't know. Example what? Even one example is not enough. We are asking to read them complete. That is only now will bring. That is Falasriti. When you will get Phala, you hear whole Leela. That is not because he even at that time his just movement started 10 years or so is not there, and that also nobody read the all the 9 cantos also not published. So then first of all it is not translated. Then what is the point of discussion of that? So that's why there is no point actually. Srila Prabhupada, why he didn't mean, see, many reasons are there. Why there is no, because there is no time, and also there is no such a movement is also not grown, because for him all are the new devotees, neophytes only, his devotees only. So where is the point of discussing it? It is not translated also, na? Not translated, then what is the point of this? But he said already. So Rasa panchadhyayi read after the finishing 9 cantos. So not translated, then where is the point to discuss? Yeah, 13 chapter only he say over. 13 chapter, 11, 10 sloka. 77? So sloka.
Prabhu, in MIH 7 days they complete Ras Panchadhyayi.
Prabhu?
In MIH, Bhakti Vedanta,
Acha, acha.
in within 7 days they complete Ras Panchadhyayi.
Acha, acha. Mike.
In the beginning days when Srila Prabhupada was speaking, giving like lectures
Yeah.
on Bhagavad Gita, and then Bhagavad Gita was still not published. And he used to take some translations like this Radha Krishnan publication and all, and just he will recite the sloka, and he can speak on that sloka, whatever is required to be spoken. So I think that just because it was not published, so he didn't speak. Because we have lectures of Srila Prabhupada on 10th canto, 11th
We are
canto.
not questioning the Srila Prabhupada's ability, but the audience, they should read the 9 cantos. Na? This is philosophy. Na? So for them, how they will read? They are not going to hear the whole 9 cantos from the Srila Prabhupada. There is a need of book. That book is not there. Then how they will come to that eligibility of completing all the 9 cantos? That is the point we are saying. There is no question on the competency of the Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada can speak with translation, without translation. That is not the point. But the point is, audience should finish 9 cantos. That is the point. For that we need translation. So okay, finally Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is doing the karika, very important karika. Sri Krishnati Vashikaram Char. Sri, what is this? This chanda is different. Sri Krishnati Vashikaram Chorjita Jishnu Siromane Premna Saivayam Sri Rasa Rapi Rapi Napa Yam Shastra Buddhi Vivekadyair Api Durgamamikshate Gopinam Rasavartmedam Tasam Anugati. What is that? Anugati Irvina Padavakya Prakaranadvanayotra Sahasrashaha Santhyagamascha Gamyascha Nokta Vistara Bhititaha Nokta Vistara Bhititaha Iti Sararda Darshinyam Harshinyam Bhakta Chetasam Dashamasya Trayastrimshaha Sangata Satam. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur finally is saying this Rasalila, so which is attracting Krishna so much actually. This Leela is very much so liking by the Krishna. And it is going to give, it is a crest jewel among all the sadhanas. That means it is sadhana also and it is sadhya also. That means these 5 chapters are sadhana also. You can practice this. Huh? Yeah. And this is the what? This is a ceremony among all the sadhanas. So even this rasa, whatever the rasa means, I said, the samuha, rasanam samuha rasaha. The combination of all the rasas. Rasas means playing, dancing, singing, so many. Kissing is different. These all rasas together is known as rasa, and even this is not attained by the Lakshmi. She is also desiring to get. So if anyone wants to get this rasa, they should follow the whom? Not Lakshmi, but gopis. Without following the gopis, one cannot get this. This just by intellectually understanding this is not sufficient. Intellectual understanding is not sufficient. One should develop that kind of mood. Then only he can understand this. Then only they can really enter into this. Understanding is different, entering into that is different. So he's saying even there is a possibility of, for every word in this Rasa Leela, Rasa Panchadhyayi, there is a possibility of thousands of meanings. Alternative meanings are possible. But it is now, those will be as much as you progress and go deep into this, so it will be revealed to you, those meanings. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, out of fear of the expanding this, because he is an exalted devotee, so he is pure devotee, so he can write even many meanings for each sloka, and it will be triple time, 10 times, 15, 100 times of more than. But he is not going to do that because of fear of expansion. Okay, so last purport. The extraordinary power of the Lord Krishna's conjugal fastness is clearly revealed here. Qualitatively, the Lord's spiritual loving fastness are the diametric opposite of material lusty affairs. Exactly opposite. So much so that simply by hearing about the Lord fastness, a devotee conquers sex desire. By reading pornographic literature or hearing about material romance, we certainly don't conquer sex desire, but rather increase our lust. But hearing or reading about the Lord's conjugal affairs has exactly the opposite effect, because they are of the opposite nature, being purely spiritual. Instead of watching the pornography and hearing romantic this, if a devotee, if he's having some kind of rudroga, so if he again and again he meditate into this, then what will happen? This will purify their heart. Therefore, it is by the causeless mercy of the Lord Krishna that he exhibits his Rasa Leela within this world. This is the causeless mercy of the Lord. If we become attached to this narration, we will experience the bliss of spiritual love and thus reject the perverted reflection of that love. So that's why when you taste that, the real love, then you will immediately get out from this. So which is called lust. As nicely put by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Param Drishtva Nivartate. Once having directly experienced the Supreme, one will not return to material pleasure. So thus end the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 33rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled the Rasa Dance. Thank you very much for all the students. You all gave good opportunity for me. Otherwise, in my life, I couldn't. Because every line and that much attention, focus will be coming when we become teacher. If I was reading, really I'm saying, when I was reading, so many things are not clear, but in started discussing here. So those became, while the discussion, very clear. So that's why that kind of attentiveness, focus, and also sincerity and seriousness will come. That came actually because of all of you, because of opportunity of teaching. So which is a really asset for our life, which we can always, so we can now change our spiritual life also, spiritual sadhana also. And it is a good, it's my personal experience. It's a good experience I got of this teaching this. Okay, any questions and comments? And this is the last day for me. So next, another teacher is going to come to all of you. So Sri Keshu Prabhu will be the most chances. So he'll be coming after Janmashtami first. So today is you will be having tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after that 4 days holidays. So you are having full freedom and services and various other things. Okay, you are all busy also, doing very lot of services. Okay, tell me what is the appropriate date for all of you for conducting exam. So that we can, at least we should have one date. We should commit. I sent question bank. What is the right date you want to have exam? Tell me, and I can fix that. Did you go through the question bank? And then you understood, I think, the preparation needed, time needed to preparation. Then tell me how much time you want. Mike.
See, so much service is coming till Prabhupada appearance day, correct?
Okay.
So till the Prabhupada appearance get over, don't decide a date. Once we come finish the festival, then we can decide.
Okay, you want time to decide the time.
Yeah,
okay.
Because now we cannot do anything right now.
Okay.
We cannot do anything.
Okay,
right
we'll see.
I'm very busy now,
Others, see any comments? This is one person's comment, but others.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, in the question bank, you have not given the markings, how much each question will contain.
This I sent directly from somewhere I got it.
So
okay,
it's a little bit of thing to understand.
Yes, Prabhu.
And also some parts which I did not very clearly understand. You have mentioned WVT and some places WBN.
We can send that. Yes.
Yeah, what is WVT and WBN?
Our Govardhan Institute, so I took from our Gaurnam, actually Gaurnam gave to me, because I don't have much time to prepare for every chapter question bank. So because I'm having so many courses, so but at least Gaurnam gave this. So these expansions I will send to you, Prabhu. So what is WVT and so on. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Fine.
WVT is for write words and translation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Write words and translation.
Right words
is for WVT.
Yeah.
Okay. WBN means write brief note.
WBT, yeah.
WBN means
WBN.
Write brief note.
Okay.
So brief note refers to marks, maybe 2 marks or 5 marks, something like that?
Yeah, I will send that.
Okay, Prabhuji, fine. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. This I was a little sad when you said that this is your last day, but I don't want it to be like that. It's only a temporary phase that you are going to take a break. But we would like that you please continue and help us out to understand many things. Because definitely at this point, I would like to give my appreciations to you, because the way how you are dedicated to go through the Acharya's comments as well as reading Prabhupada's purports, you stick to that framework of commitment. That is really very, very inspiring and dedicated. And that actually inspires us to be in the class. And though you demand a lot of attention, sometimes we, at least myself, I really feel it tough to manage that. I think it's only because of lack of my understanding of not having read these things before. Probably 1 or 2 readings would give me a more ability to be more focused. So in the next following chapters, I will do that and try to be more attentive and responsive also. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada.
Hare
Ki
Krishna, Prabhu.